Former President Duterte's administration in the Philippines, particularly his controversial war on drugs campaign, often sparked debates about the ethical implications of his actions. Duterte's approach, which included the implementation of Tokhang or the extrajudicial killings of individuals suspected of involvement in drug-related activities, was met with both support and condemnation. In this context, a similar quote to "the end justifies the means" might be Duterte's repeated assertion that those killed in the anti-drug operations were drug addicts or involved in the drug trade, and therefore deserved their fate. This sentiment reflects a belief that eliminating individuals associated with drugs is necessary to achieve the desired outcome of a drug-free society, thus justifying the means of extrajudicial killings. Proponents of Duterte's approach argue that the end goal of eradicating the drug problem in the Philippines justifies the means of aggressive law enforcement tactics, including extrajudicial killings. They contend that by targeting individuals involved in the drug trade, the government is protecting society from the harms associated with drugs, such as addiction, crime, and violence. From this perspective, the end of a safer, drug-free society justifies the means of harsh enforcement measures, including the loss of life. However, opponents of Duterte's approach, including human rights advocates and international organizations, vehemently reject the notion that the end justifies the means in this case. They argue that the extrajudicial killings associated with the war on drugs constitute grave human rights violations, undermining the rule of law and due process. They contend that no end, no matter how noble, can justify the means of summarily executing individuals without trial or legal recourse. From this standpoint, the extrajudicial killings perpetrated under Duterte's administration represent a flagrant disregard for human rights and the principles of justice. In summary, while Duterte's war on drugs campaign may have been framed as a means to achieve the end goal of a drug-free society, the ethical implications of his actions remain highly contentious. The assertion that those killed in the anti-drug operations deserved their fate reflects a consequentialist mindset, wherein the perceived end goal justifies the means employed. However, the severe human rights violations associated with the extrajudicial killings prompt significant moral and ethical concerns, challenging the notion that the end justifies such extreme and unlawful means.